People in technical fields have talked about or have been using AI for several years now. But in 2023, AI became a big deal for everyone, not just tech experts. This was mainly due to technologies like ChatGPT, which made AI understandable and usable for regular people. As a result, people reacted to AI in all sorts of ways, from excitement to worry. Governments even made rules to ensure AI is safe, secure, and reliable. In today's video, we'll explore the top 5 AI predictions for 2024. So, let's get started. Number 1. Nvidia's big move into cloud services. Many businesses don't directly buy graphics processing units, GPUs, from Nvidia. Instead, they get access to these GPUs through cloud providers like Amazon Web Services, Microsoft Azure, and Google Cloud Platform. These cloud providers buy lots of chips from Nvidia and then offer them to their customers. However, Amazon, Microsoft, and Google, Nvidia's biggest customers, are starting to become its rivals. They've realized that the part of AI technology that's most valuable right now is the hardware layer. You can tell because Nvidia's stock price has been doing well. So, these major cloud providers are spending a lot of money to create their own AI chips, which will compete directly with Nvidia's GPUs. Because the cloud providers want to grab more of the value in AI technology, they're trying to move down the tech ladder to the hardware layer. This might mean that Nvidia will do the opposite. Instead of relying so much on cloud providers, it might start offering cloud services and running its data centers. Nvidia has already started going down this path by launching a new DGX cloud earlier this year. Nvidia will do a lot more of this next year. This could mean that Nvidia will set up its data centers. Now, DGX Cloud is hosted in the physical infrastructures of other cloud providers. It might even mean that Nvidia will buy a smaller cloud provider like CoreWeave, which already works closely with it so that it can control more of the process from top to bottom. Either way, the relationship between Nvidia and the big cloud providers will become more complicated in 2024. Number 2. Fading use of large language model terms. In today's AI discussions, we often use the term large language model, or LLM, to refer to any advanced AI model. This makes sense because many early prominent AI models like GPT-3 focused solely on text. However, as AI evolves and becomes more diverse in its capabilities, using a large language model becomes less accurate and helpful. In 2023, one of the significant developments in AI was the rise of multimodal AI, where models handle various types of data like text, images, audio, and more. These models go beyond just language. For instance, imagine an AI model trained on protein structures to create new protein-based medicines. Although it's based on models like GPT-3, is it fair to call it a large language model? Similarly, think about robotics foundation models. They combine visual and language data with extensive internet knowledge to perform tasks in the real world, like controlling a robotic arm. A more fitting term than language model is needed for these models. Researchers sometimes call them vision language action, VLA models. Another example is the Fun Search model by DeepMind, which deals with mathematics rather than language yet is still labeled as an LLM by its creators. As our AI models become more complex and versatile in 2024, the terms we use to describe them will also evolve to reflect their multidimensional nature. Number 3. Chief AI Officer in Fortune 500. Artificial intelligence has become a top priority for big companies this year. Boards and management teams from various industries are working hard to understand how this new technology will impact their businesses. One strategy that we think more big companies will adopt next year is appointing a chief AI officer to lead their AI projects. This trend is similar to what happened 10 years ago when cloud computing became popular. Many companies hired chief cloud officers to help them effectively understand and use cloud technology. This trend is gaining even more momentum because the government is doing something similar. President Biden recently issued an executive order about AI, which says that every government agency must have a chief AI officer. More than 400 new chief AI officers will soon be hired across the U.S. government. Companies appointing a chief AI officer is a way for them to show that they are serious about AI. However, whether these roles will stay viable in the long run is still being determined. For example, there aren't many chief cloud officers around anymore, so it's hard to say if chief AI officers will have a lasting impact. Number 4. Regulatory challenges for cloud investments in AI startups. This year, many big technology companies have invested heavily in startups that work on artificial intelligence, AI. In January, Microsoft invested $10 billion in OpenAI. Then, in June, they led a $1.3 billion funding round in a company called Inflection. Later, Amazon said they would invest up to $4 billion in a company called Anthropic, and Alphabet said they would invest up to $2 billion in the same company. This year, Nvidia has also invested heavily in AI startups like Cohere, Inflection, Hugging Face, Mistral, CoreWeave, Inceptive, AI21 Labs, and Imbue. One reason for these investments is to ensure that these fast-growing AI startups will continue to use the technology of big tech companies in the long run. These kinds of investments can raise some tricky accounting questions. For example, suppose a cloud company invests $100 million in an AI startup with the understanding that the startup will spend that money on the cloud company's services. In that case, it could be more independent revenue for the cloud company. It's more like the cloud company uses the investment to boost its revenue. These deals, often called round-tripping, have caught people's attention in Silicon Valley, like venture capitalist Bill Gurley. The details of these deals matter a lot. We only know some specifics because the contracts between these big companies and the startups are usually private. But in some cases, cloud companies may be counting revenue in a way they shouldn't be. So far, these deals have faced little scrutiny from regulators, but that might change in 2024. The SEC could look at these kinds of investments, which might lead to fewer and smaller deals. Cloud companies have been a significant source of money for AI startups, which could significantly impact their ability to raise money in 2024. Number 5. Fractures in Microsoft OpenAI relationship. Microsoft and OpenAI have a close relationship. Microsoft has invested a lot of money, over $10 billion, in OpenAI. OpenAI's technology is essential for Microsoft products like Bing, GitHub Copilot, and Office 365 Copilot. When OpenAI's CEO, Sam Altman, was unexpectedly removed from his position by the board last month, Microsoft's CEO, Satya Nadella, played a crucial role in getting him back. However, even though Microsoft and OpenAI work closely together, they are still different organizations with their own goals and ideas about the future of AI. Their partnership has benefited both, but it could be a better match. There are differences between them. In the coming year, we expect to see some problems arise in the partnership between Microsoft and OpenAI. We're already starting to see signs of potential issues. As OpenAI tries to expand its business with big companies, it will compete more with Microsoft for customers. On the other hand, Microsoft has reasons to explore other options besides relying solely on OpenAI for advanced AI technology. For example, Microsoft recently made a deal to work with a company called Cohere, a competitor to OpenAI. Microsoft is also investing in its own AI research to create smaller language models like Phi 2, because using OpenAI's models on a large scale can be very expensive. As AI becomes more powerful, important questions about safety, risks, regulations, and public accountability will become more prominent. These are significant issues, and because Microsoft and OpenAI have different backgrounds and values, they might have different ideas about how to deal with them. Microsoft is one of the biggest companies in the world, but OpenAI, led by Sam Altman, has big ambitions too. They work well together right now, but that might only sometimes be the case. If you found this content informative and engaging, please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more updates on AI, technology, and beyond. Your support means the world to us, and we look forward to bringing you more exciting content.